Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Monday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Andrew Metz.
And I'm Heather Casey. Today is November 21st, and this is your news, sports, and weather all before the first break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
The blame game was in full play this evening in Washington as the Budget Supercommittee has failed to reach an agreement on how to cut $1.2 trillion from the national budget. Barack Obama has blamed congressional Republicans, saying that they failed to pass what he called a balanced approach to deficit reduction. Democrats pound Republicans for not even coming close to meeting them halfway. And Senator Mitch McConnell said that Republicans were unwilling to compromise because Democrats would not accept any proposal that did not expand the size and scope of government and punish what he called job creators.
The University of California released a statement today saying it has placed Police Chief Annette Spicuzzi on administrative leave after students participating in an Occupy protest were pepper sprayed. Online videos show two officers spraying a line of protesters as they sat passively. The unnamed officers were identified after intensive review of the video. UC President Mark Yudof said he was appalled by the videos and plans an assessment of law enforcement procedures on all 10 campuses.
Now, Heather, there's a fine line between what's considered police brutality, and we're seeing a lot of cases involving this with the Occupy protests nowadays.
A lot of controversy there.
Yep. And now we'll check our current conditions outside with meteorologist Robert Camille. What's it looking like out there, Robert?
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Heather. And good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Robert Camille here with a quick look at your weather forecast along the lake shore. Right now outside the campus center of SUNY Oswego, we have a current temperature of 27 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. If it wasn't so cold, I'd say tonight is a beautiful night to get out and walk around campus a little bit. Winds are out of the east-southeast, switch into the south a little bit at 3 miles an hour, and your dew point's at 23 degrees, which means your humidity tonight is at 85%. Taking a look at our regional radar, you can see that we had a couple spotty snow showers around southern Onondaga County and just north of Ithaca. Those have since dissipated, and it looks like a very quiet night around central New York. Nothing notable to speak of. Taking a look at your 3-day forecast, we got a chance of rain coming in Tuesday night. Wednesday looks like a big weather maker for the busiest travel day of the year. Thanksgiving looks very, very nice for central New York. What about the rest of your weekend? And how is this weather maker going to impact your travel plans? I'll have the full forecast coming up later on in the news. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Robert. We're learning more about the man accused of building bombs to blow up American troops in New York City.
And his mother says she's in shock. Deborah Farrick has the story.
It was not the reaction you'd expect from a man accused of plotting to kill U.S. troops returning from Iraq by using multiple pipe bombs.
Defendant was arrested yesterday.
27-year-old Jose Pimentel smiled as he heard the terror charges against him. His mother, Carmen Sosa, outside the family's Upper Manhattan apartment, saying her son was raised Catholic but converted to Islam. He has been running a jihadi website.
My family, right now, everybody in shock. We don't know what to do. It's a lot going on.
At a somewhat unusual press conference, New York City's top cop demonstrated the potential impact of the kind of device Pimentel was allegedly assembling, using a how-to article from the Al-Qaeda online magazine Inspire.
He used elbow joints, customarily used to join two pipes as the main housings for the bombs. He also planned to affix nails to them as additional shrapnel.
In the criminal complaint, the lead NYPD investigator says Pimentel spent hours shaving match heads to collect flammable powder. He then made ignition devices using batteries, wires, and electronic circuits from Christmas lights. When arrested, he allegedly told authorities he was about an hour away from completing the devices.
The suspect was a so-called lone wolf, motivated by his own resentment of the presence of American troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as inspired by Al-Qaeda propaganda. He was not part of a larger conspiracy emanating from abroad. He represents exactly the kind of threat FBI Director Robert Mueller and his experts have warned about.
A federal law enforcement source tells CNN federal prosecutors and FBI agents were aware of the NYPD's 2.5-year investigation. But in the end, it was decided charges should be pursued at a state level, suggesting there wasn't enough to make it a federal case.
People are gathering in Cairo this evening as thousands protest the military government in Egypt. The cabinet offered to resign and was soon after accepted by Egypt's military leadership. This may not be enough, however. The same group of protesters who ousted longtime President Hosni Mubarak over 10 months ago has gathered again tonight and are calling for Egypt's military leaders to step down as well. The protests are in their third day and 24 protesters have already been killed.
The Nobel Prize-winning Intergovernment All-Panel was on climate change met in Africa on Friday and released a warning to the world's leaders. Dangerous and unpredictable weather is on its way. The group, which was formed by the United Nations and World Meteorological Organization, focused on weather events like heat waves, droughts, floods, and storms, all of which they claim find their roots in global warming. And now we'll see what's going on in sports with Calvin Brown.
Thanks, guys. Today we received sad news for the Mariners organization. Outfielder Greg Hulman was stabbed to death this morning in Rotterdam, Netherlands. His 22-year-old brother was arrested and named as a suspect, but police wouldn't release his name. Police spokesman Patricia Wessels stated that they were called to a home in Port City early this morning when the 24-year-old's body was found bleeding with stab wounds. MLB Commissioner Bud Selig stated to reporters that the loss of a talented 24-year-old man like Greg amid such tragic circumstances is painful for all of us throughout the game. That's it for now. Stay tuned for my full sports update, but for now I'll send it back to the desk.
5 people have been taken into custody after a search of a home on Lenox Ave in the city of Oneida. The search warrant was executed Sunday morning by Oneida Police and involved the New York State Special Operations Response Team, the Oneida Police Contaminated Crime Scene Emergency Response Team, and a K-9 unit. Jessica Bailey, Joshua Wright, Joseph Arocho, Amber Jewell, and Christine Denny were all arrested on charges related to police finding material to make meth just 2 doors down from a meth lab that was found on Lenox Ave in June. 16 ounces of methamphetamine were seized from the house.
An Auburn man is behind bars after being accused of killing his ex-girlfriend. Police say Ryan Braney, 39, stabbed Bridget L. Bell, 29, to death in her apartment early this morning. Braney is charged with second-degree murder, criminal possession of a weapon, and criminal contempt for violating an order of protection that Bell had against him. Braney and Bell have a 3-year-old son together. Braney pleaded not guilty to murder and other charges during his arraignment today.
Sheriff's detectives down in Onondaga County have released a sketch of a man caught in the assault of a 12-year-old child in Mattydale. The suspect broke into an apartment on Enders Drive back in September and physically assaulted the child while he was asleep. The Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's help identifying the man, describing him as white or Hispanic, 35 to 40 years old, 5'9 to 5'11", and about 175 to 200 pounds. He is also believed to have a tattoo of a cross on his left forearm.
We have very quiet weather tonight, not too much to speak of on the radar, but as we take a look ahead to our 3-day, we got a weather maker coming in. How's this going to affect your travel home, and what about the rest of your break? I'll have your full forecast coming up after this commercial break.
WTOP, your home for Laker hockey. Syracuse Canales Week is sponsored by Canales Restaurant, located at 156 West Utica Street. Dine in, take out, or delivery on and off campus. 315-343-3540 or online at canalesrestaurant.com.
SUNY Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
On Friday, December 2nd, Tyler Art Gallery will open 2 new exhibitions, and the third will open upstairs in the student-run gallery. The North Gallery will feature works from the Master of Arts candidate Kala Glatz, as well as 13 other Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates. The South Gallery will show works of art by SUNY Oswego faculty members in various forms of media. Works from all Bachelor of Arts candidates can be found in the gallery space in 201 Tyler Hall.
Oswego State Singers and College Choir will sing in the holiday season with their annual Feast of Carols. The concert will take place on Sunday, December 4th at 4 p.m. in Waterman Theater. In lieu of ticket sales, this year's concert asks for non-perishable food items to be donated to the Food Bank of Central New York. Parking is free in campus lots for those attending this event.
Thanks, and once again, good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Robert Camille here with a full look at your forecast along the lake shore. Right now outside we have a temperature of 27 degrees. Very nice and clear outside. If it wasn't so cold, I'd say go out there, maybe get a brisk walk in, maybe a run or two, who knows. Winds are out of the southeast at east-southeast at 3 miles an hour. Excuse me, your dew point's at 23, which means your humidity is at 85%. Kind of moist for having such a high-pressure system over us. Take a look at your almanac today. The mercury topped out at 37 degrees. 27 was your low, below average on both accounts, but nowhere near our records today. 69 set 80 years ago back in 1931, and 11 set back in 1987. No precipitation today, and your sunrise actually broke 7 o'clock, 7:07 a.m. for your sunrise. Sunset is at 4:36. Looking around the Empire State, your hotspot again in the Big Apple, 54 degrees. Going up to the state capital, 41 degrees in Albany, 40 in Glens Falls, 37 in Watertown, 41 in Syracuse, 41 in Bingotown. 41 is a popular number today for a temperature. 41 also in Rochester, 42 all the way over to the west in the Big B of Buffalo, New York. And our cold spot belongs to our rivals in the north. Plattsburgh at the freezing mark, 32 degrees. Looking at your radar right now, you can see that it's very quiet around central New York. Not much to speak of. A couple spotty showers around southern Onondaga County, but those have since dissipated. We have the remnants of a low down here in the Delmarva Peninsula in southern New Jersey, but other than that, looks very nice. Taking a look at our national surface analysis right now, you can see that it's very quiet. We do have that low that just broke down. The high pressure system on the U.S.-Canada border right now is what's giving us that nice calm weather tonight. But if you look down along the Ohio-West Virginia border, you'll see kind of a blob of precipitation. This, within the next 6 hours or so, is supposed to turn into a low-pressure system and move into the area, giving us that big weather maker that's set up for tomorrow into Wednesday. Taking a look at your futurecast right now, some showers still sticking around in southern Pennsylvania around the Susquehanna Valley and the lower Hudson Valley. Not too much to speak of in central New York. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, looks like that the low-pressure system from Ohio is starting to move in, make its presence known around the southern tier. A couple showers around Binghamton. Not too much to speak of around Oswego. 7 o'clock tomorrow night is when we're really going to start to see this precipitation move in. Some showers over Oswego. Western New York is going to get the brunt of it. 1 a.m. is when we're going to see the high point of this. Some snow in the upper Adirondacks. Western New York is going to get barraged tomorrow with rain. Overnight looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. Here's a look at your travel forecast right now. At all the airports, you can see this is the risk for delays because of this weather system. The highest risk looks to be at the 2 major airports in New York City, JFK and LaGuardia. Syracuse looks nice for both Tuesday and Wednesday. And along the highways, Interstate 90, the New York Thruway, Interstate 87 looking the best. Interstate 95 might cause you some problems. So taking a look at our forecast for the overnight, partly cloudy and chilly, winds out of the east at 5 to 10, 27 for your low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy during the day. Chance of showers are going to go up in the afternoon, 46 for your high. Tomorrow night, rain heavy at times. The winds are going to pick up out of the east at 10 to 20. 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected. 39 for your low. Taking a look at your extended forecast, the rain's going to move in. 42 for the high tomorrow, 46 on Thanksgiving. Very nice. It's going to get up into the mid-50s. The wind's going to come in, and some clouds are going to move in for Sunday. And that's your forecast.
Oh, that's just great. It's been a beautiful couple weeks, and I mean, I'm kind of sad. I'd rather have snow than rain at this point in the year, but...
Yeah, as a Long Islander, I got to beg to differ. I'll take rain over snow any day.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm happy to be going 4 hours downstate, though, for the next couple days, warm up a little bit.
Yep.
I'm going to have all that rain to drive through.
Yeah.
When we come back, we will have James Canali with this week's political update, but first, here's your late night menu.
CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
SUNY Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
10 News Canales Week is sponsored by Canales Restaurant, located at 156 West Utica Street. Dine in, take out, or delivery on and off campus. 315-343-3540 or online at canalesrestaurant.com.
Got a good thing going and I wanna see it. Oh, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back, and here's James Canali with this week's political update.
All right, well, thank you very much, Heather, and good evening, Oswego. Since the historic Supreme Court decision of Roe v. Wade in early 1973, approximately 50 million legal abortions have taken place in the United States. Conservatives have fiercely argued for decades that abortions are immoral and evil, but the monstrous liberal population believes that it is a woman's right to terminate her own pregnancy. In an increasingly liberal society, it seems as if all of today's young generation is extremely pro-choice. Earlier, I interviewed students in Cayuga Hall here at SUNY Oswego to get their opinion on a very controversial topic.
I tend to be pro-choice because I feel that women and anyone should really be able to make the choice between anything, if it be abortion.
I'm pro-choice because I think everyone should have the right to choose, and it's better that way, and it always depends on the situation. So, I mean, if you have a bad situation and you get pregnant, it's better to be pro-choice than have a baby you never want.
I'm pro-life. I mean, I feel like murder is murder, any way you look at it.
I'm pro-choice, Jimmy, and just because I think in certain instances, if a woman gets raped, she should have the ability to get an abortion if she needs to.
Pro-choice because it's up to the people involved as to whether they should keep the baby or as to whether get an abortion. If they decide to get rid of it, then they get rid of it, and if they decide to keep it, then they keep it. I'm pro-choice, and I stand by it.
A lot of people think that women should be given the right to abortion because it's their right to choose what they want to do with their body. I agree with that. However, I feel that the women should make the choice before they have unprotected sex, whether or not they want to have a child or not. It shouldn't be made after the fact and then killing an unborn child. I believe that killing an unborn child would be murder, and I'm absolutely pro-life.
Well, it is absolutely stunning that most people are liberal. There were other interviews that I got from other people I couldn't include in the segment, and they were all pro-choice.
Well, it's definitely a really touchy topic, James.
That it
Very
is.
controversial, and they brought up the whole personhood amendment, so it's been brought up a lot recently in politics.
Absolutely.
Newt Gingrich is a man who is lucky to be alive, politically that is. Over the summer, many of Gingrich's top campaign managers quit after disagreements with Gingrich about how his campaign would be run. Issues faced by the campaign included scheduling of Gingrich's time towards events and fundraisers, budget issues among the campaign, and the decision of Gingrich and his wife to make a cruise at mid-summer, while other candidates were hard at work campaigning. Lately, Gingrich has bounced back in polls due to strong performance in debates and the missteps of his rivals.
And now a full look at sports with Calvin Brown.
Bears try to make it 5 straight wins this week against San Diego at Soldier Field. Let's take a look at those highlights. Speaking of Jay Cutler and Phillip Rivers, they definitely don't like each other. We all know that. So let's jump to the third quarter. Rivers drops back and finds his favorite target, Vincent Jackson, up for a touchdown to tie it all at 17. Then Jay Cutler responds with saying, "Oh yeah, I can do the same thing." He gets it in for a rushing touchdown to put the Bears up 24-17. Then Cutler again in the third quarter drops back, avoids a rush, and throws it up to his target in the back of the end zone, Johnny Knox, for the touchdown to put them up 31-17. So Rivers has a chance to bring the Chargers back in the fourth quarter. He drops back, looks for his target in the end zone, but is picked off by Major Wright, and that sums it all. The Bears go on to win 31-20. Speaking of Jay Cutler, the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears has been officially ruled out for the remaining 6 games of the season. The 6-year veteran is supposed to have surgery this Tuesday, but that date will most likely change according to head coach Lovie Smith. The plan is to get him back by playoff time, stated the coach. Cutler injured his finger while trying to tackle Anthony Kaysen after he intercepted his pass. And in local sports, the 18th-ranked Oswego men's basketball team won their first game of the season last Friday by the skin of their teeth. With seconds winding down, Ithaca missed a three-pointer to end the game, and the Lakers won with a score of 74-71. Oswego improves to 1-1, and Ithaca falls to 0-2. That's it for sports. I'm Calvin Brown, and now back to the desk.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
But first, take a look at your community calendar.
And Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
SUNY Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
10 News Canales Week is sponsored by Canales Restaurant, located at 156 West Utica Street. Dine in, take out, or delivery on and off campus. 315-343-3540 or online at canalesrestaurant.com.
Got a good thing going here in town, wanna see it. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good, and that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We're heading into the lighter side, into the holiday travel rush, and you may have booked your flight, reserved your car, mapped your route, and found your hotel with your smartphone.
But what do you do when weather delays or unexpected snags wreck that itinerary? Karen Kaifa has apps to help you salvage your itinerary and your sanity in this week's Clicked In.
Even the best planned trips can get detoured by a weather delay or other mishap during the holidays. And just like your smartphone helped you plan your getaway, it can help you salvage it too. If a missed connection leaves you in a not-so-familiar place, the Around Me app for iPhone users has become a go-to for finding restaurants, hotels, ATMs, and other necessities with a simple touch. When a flight gets canceled, avoid the rush to the counter with everyone else and use the On the Fly app to research other options among multiple airlines and airports. Frozen out at the rental car counter? Car sharing is an option in some big cities, and the Zipcar app for iPhone and Android will point you towards the nearest cars with their make and model and can lock and unlock your car too. When you're on the go, sometimes you gotta go, and the Sit or Squat app for iPhone and BlackBerry boasts a database of over 100,000 restrooms. It helps you find those closest, some with reviews and photos. And one other travel tip, load up your smartphone, tablet, or laptop with plenty of entertainment and invest in a battery-operated charger. You never know when a minor delay will turn into a longer one.
Thanksgiving is just a few days away. Culinary students in South Florida are busy putting their talents in the kitchen to good use ahead of the big holiday. As Chris Emma tells us, they're preparing a feast for hundreds of people in need.
Cooking Thanksgiving dinner is never easy, no matter how many people are coming to dinner. But try cooking for 1,000. That's what these culinary students are doing.
All of the food comes to the school here. As you can see, the students at Lincoln Culinary prepare it all using their skills and talents, and then we ship it all down to the Pleasant City Recreational and Multicultural Center, and there'll be a big dinner there.
These dinners will go to the needy, and the food is donated.
Stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, mixed vegetables, and then there's a big dessert display of cakes and pies.
For these students, it's a lesson in cooking and something much more.
It's a great opportunity for us to learn how to give back to the community, especially here in school and when we go out and in our own restaurants and in the future.
It feels great to finally put our work in the kitchen and make other people happy.
Everything from the community coming in for the community. It's really beautiful.
With Thanksgiving just around the corner, everybody has turkey on their brain, but today is National Gingerbread Day, and it's all about getting a jump on one of the best ways to celebrate the holiday season. Gingerbread was first made by an Armenian monk named Gregory of Nicopolis. When the monk moved from Greece to France in 992, he brought his tasty creation with him and taught French priests the art of making it. If you just want a taste of gingerbread to say you had it in this holiday season, you can always make a gingerbread cookies or bake a fun cake decorated with gingerbread cookies. Happy Gingerbread Day.
And now let's take a look at your Class Day forecast.
Oh, thanks a lot, Andrew. We're taking a look at your Class Day forecast right now. You can see that we start out the day fairly nice, 31 degrees at around 8 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow's the last day of classes, by the way. Figured I should have mentioned that. 38 degrees getting around the 10 o'clock hour. It's going to get warmer and warmer, but the clouds are going to start to move in. We're going to peak out at 45, not 42. I made a mistake at your high. The rain's going to start to move in around 3, 4 o'clock, but it should be a very nice day for the last day of classes. Hope everybody gets home safe.
That's great. I know everyone here is either already left or is heading home tomorrow. So what are your guys' plans for Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm spending time with my family and, just,
I know some people are starting to celebrate here. It's actually Calvin Brown's birthday today.
Yeah,
our sports anchor. Had to bring it up.
Yeah. It's all right. We love birthdays here.
Yep.
How are you celebrating today?
Watch a movie, relaxing.
Nice.
And that will do it for us here at WTOP 10 News from the 10 News team.
I'm Calvin Brown.
I'm Robert Camille.
I'm Heather Casey.
And I'm Andrew Metz. Stay classy, Oswego, and have a filling Thanksgiving.